Now the time we for better, we country, we for come together as a family, live in peace and harmony. So during this election, that's not to option. During this election, we don't want no tribal division. All we want for see, vote without violence. Vote in peace. Vote without violence. Till the end they say, vote without violence. Vote in peace. Vote without violence. Till the end they say, all we want for see, vote without violence. All we want for see, all we want for see, vote without violence. Till the end they say, all we want for see, vote without violence. All we want for see, all we want for see, vote without violence. Now the time we for better, we country, we for come together as a family, live in peace and harmony. So during this election, that's not to option. During this election, we don't want no tribal division. All we want for see, vote without violence. Vote in peace. Vote without violence. Till the end they say, vote without violence. Vote in peace. Vote without violence. Till the end they say, all we want for see, vote without violence. All we want for see, all we want for see, vote without violence. Till the end they say, all we want for see, vote without violence. All we want for see, all we want for see, vote without violence. Now.
It's another blessed morning and welcome to the Breakfast with TDN. I am Franklin Williams. As we have less than a month to our general elections, and the Breakfast Show brings you current events that has been happening in Sierra Leone, and as we know, people are preparing and they are all in that election mood, and they want to select another president, and we've seen the two main political parties coming together in terms of campaigning in the provincial areas. In our program this morning, we've seen wherein the APC calls on citizens in Kenema not to vote on tribal regional lines, and also the NGC party has been rocked by a slew of resignations just weeks leading towards the general elections. We've also seen wherein the ECSL has targeted 91,000 staff. And the Providence School will contest against the International School in the national debate final. All these and more we have for you in a program this morning. Stay tuned after the break.
The time we for better, we country, we for come together as a family, live in peace and harmony. So during this election, that's not to option. During this election, we don't want no tribal division. All we want for see, vote without violence. Vote in peace. Vote without violence. Till the end they say, vote without violence. Vote in peace. Vote without violence. Till the end they say.
Welcome back. In case you are just joining us, this is Breakfast with TDN, and I am Franklin Williams. Our first story for today will be taken in Kenema, wherein the All People's Congress Party has called on citizens in Kenema not to vote on tribal regional lines. As Sierra Leone will be going to its general elections on the 24th of June this year, the campaign period has been declared across the country by the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone. The main opposition, All People's Congress Party, held its first campaign engagement in the Kenema district and has called on citizens to vote their conscious rather on tribal and regional lines. The APC hierarchy divided Kenema into zones with senior party members attached to each zone to continue preaching the message of the APC to the nation. The former Deputy Minister of Finance during the Ernest Bai Koroma administration, Momo Vandi, known as Talk and Do, in a speech called on their party supporters to be law-abiding and do everything possible to vote in the APC by voting for Samoa Kamara as Sierra Leone's next president and all the other members of parliament, councillors, and mayors across the country. It described the APC as the only political party that is good for Sierra Leone and urged all not to make mistake by voting for another political party. That was the APC there in Kenema. They are calling on the people in Kenema not to vote based on tribal regional lines, because Kenema has been declared to be one of the strongholds of the ruling SLPP party. And the APC, we are in Kenema, and they also have a base in Kenema, wherein they had their campaign. They campaigned to the people not to vote based on tribal regional line. And they are calling on people to vote their conscience. To vote their conscience. And in order for them to vote their conscience, they are calling on Sierra Leoneans to vote the APC party, because we've seen former Finance Minister Momo Vandi there talking to the people of Kenema saying the APC party is the only party that is good for this country. As we move along, we will see more of the campaign messages, something like this, because the SLPP will also be in Makeni as well, campaigning, saying that they are the best for this country and the like. But it's getting more and more interesting as we move along. And we now look at our second story for this morning. And a second, we've seen we are in the NGC party. We've seen several prominent people from the NGC party has been resigning, and we've now seen slew of resignations in the party, and this has happened because of the NGC party did not send in a presidential candidate or aspirant for this year's election, and also for the mayoral candidatureship. And we've seen we are in the NGC party has aligned themselves with the ruling SLPP. But we'll now look at wherein there has been this slew of resignations. Just 7 months ago, Kande Yunkola met with Dennis Bright and Joseph Mada Pulon, who were both contesting for the position of national chairman and leader of NGC. Today, both men are no longer in NGC. Dennis Bright quit in early February 2023 following the disastrous decision which was forced through at the neck, giving Yumkela the authorities to solely negotiate an alliance with SLPP following the successful completion of the National Delegate Conference in Kenema in December 2022. Pulon, who had been brought in to rally the NGC faithful following Bright's departure, has also now abandoned NGC, realizing that the alliance is only benefiting Yunkela, Jesmed, Suma, National Chairman, and Amadou Sharif, National Secretary General, and it is not befitting NGC members and the party in any way. Hot on Pulon's heels is Brima Tangabe, the NGC Board District Chair. More resignations have already started to pour in as Pulon loyalists quit the party. NGC needs to call in the administrators. The rapid demise of NGC is going to leave egg on the face of President Bio, who, along with his campaign manager, Yunkela, have championed the SLPP-NGC Progressive Alliance. Keeping up with the resignations and defections from NGC to both SLPP and APC has been quite a challenge. Brima Tangabe, NGC District Chairman, was the first to follow Joseph Madapulong out of the MV Grand Coalition, which is being skippered by the inexperienced Captain Kande, who has just managed to steer his ship onto rock. Mr. Tangabe was followed by Ibrahim Soy Toure, who only last week was installed as acting district chairman Cambia, following the defection of Pakano to APC. Pakano's defection had come as a bolt from the blue, as he was chair of Captain Kande's own district. In the space of 1 week, 2 district chairs of Cambia have expressed a vote of no confidence in Yunkela, Jesmet Suma, the NGC leadership, and their alliance with SLPP. Adama Toure, regional women's leader, Northeast, Mohamed Kamara, defeated candidate for deputy national chair, and Remy Musa have all tendered their resignations from NGC. More resignations are expected, including the NGC district chairman of Falaba, whose audio notes to Joseph Madapulong was leaked last week. He was heard urging Pulong to speak to His Excellency to urge the resignation, as MV Grand Coalition began to list and succumb to the waves. In another development, 11 West Rural Executive members declared for APC today. These include the chairman for constituencies 106, Abubakar 108, Ali Kamara, and 109, Bundu Clay. The women's leader of constituency 108, Adama Kamara, and secretaries general of constituencies 111, Ibrahim and 112, Ishmael Kamara, and Tamba Mara Gende, district chairman aspirant, former chairman for constituency 108, also resigned. Captain Kende and First Officer Suma are battling desperately to save the sinking ship. They need to keep the NV coalition afloat, or at least give Bio the impression that the ship is salvageable. Without this, the alliance between SLPP and NGC, with both Bio and Yunkela, are finally invested in, is in jeopardy. Yunkela, if you take away, we go put Pepe na Yuyai. Strategy is not working. NGC's presence in Bombali and Western Rural is all but extinct. NGC's presence in Western Urban is completely degraded, and members in other Northwestern and Northeastern regions will be assessing whether they should continue to stay on or jump into one of the lifeboats. Finally, meanwhile, renowned disc jockey DJ Tropens has been tasked by the party to lift the spirits of the passengers on board the doomed vessel. His playlist includes Damsey, Yeah, Freetown TT Collection. That was the breakdown of how there has been slew of resignations from the NGC party. And we've seen key stakeholders of the NGC party are finally resigning from the party. And we've seen like the national chairman of the NGC party, who was put in charge after the resignation of Dennis Bright, has now resigned from the NGC party. And this has made people saying, will the NGC party be a third force to reckon with? in their press release, which was released by the people that resigned, they were saying that only Kande Yunkela, Jengu, Pulom are enjoying. This has made some key party stakeholders in the NGC not to commit themselves to the party no more, and now they are they have defected to the main opposition party, because we've seen yesterday 11 key members of constituency 11, constituency 2, and other constituencies in Freetown has resigned from the NGC party, and they've now defected to the ruling APC, to the main opposition party, which is the APC party. And moving away from that, we've seen wherein the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone has targeted 91,000 staff, because we are leading to a period wherein it is election and they need staff to carry out their work. And these staffs will be stationed in the polling centers, and also some of them will be in charge of lining up the people in terms of voting, and also they will be in charge of providing or monitoring other staffs. And these 91,000 staff will be disseminated across the regional district. And 91,000 staff is a huge number, but we now take the report of that particular story. The Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone has disclosed that they are recruiting up to 91,311 staff across the country ahead of the general elections slated for 24th June 2023. The Commission made this disclosure during a recent press conference held at its headquarters in Tower Hill, Freetown. ECSL will need polling center managers, providing officers, voter identification officers, ballot paper issuers, ballot box controllers, and polling center queue controllers during the electioneering processes. These officers and controllers will be the engineers toward helping voters voting across easy. ECSL said that the latest job recruitment is geared to achieving a level of effectiveness, accountability, and neutrality necessary to ensure transparency, fair, and free conduct of the June 24th election. They also said that these staff will serve in various positions across the country in polling centers and stations on election day. The commissioner revealed that there will be 12,087 staff that will serve as polling centers managers, 11,832 presiding officers, 11,832 polling centers queue controllers, 11,832 voters identification officers, 23,664 ballot box controllers, and another 23,664 ballot paper issuers. At the end of the press conference, they assured the issuers that the Commission will follow due process in the recruitment and ensure that the process is free from political interference. That was the ECSL there giving us the breakdown of the people they are planning to recruit. And they are planning to recruit 91,311 staff. And these staff will be broken down into queue controllers, voters registration managers and station managers as well, because they will be deployed across the country. And the ECSL calling on interested people to apply for this particular job, because 91,311 staff is a huge amount. And as we move along, we'll give you more information with regards to that particular notice by the ECSL. Let's take a short break. When we come back, we continue with the program. Stay tuned.
Now not the time we for better, we country, we for come together as a family, live in peace and harmony. So during this election, that's not to option. During this election, we don't want to tie by division. All we want for see, vote without violence. Vote in peace. Vote without violence. TD and say, vote without violence. Vote in peace. Vote without violence. TD and say, all we want for see. Vote without violence. All we want for see. All we want for see. Vote without violence. TD and say, all we want for see. Vote without violence. All we want for see. All we want for see. Vote without violence. Now not the time we for better, we country, we for come together as a family, live in peace and harmony. So during this election, that's not to option. During this election, we don't want to tie by division. All we want for see, vote without violence. Vote in peace. Vote without violence. TD and say, vote without violence. Vote in peace. Vote without violence. TD and say, all we want for see. Vote without violence. All we want for see. All we want for see.
Welcome back. This is Breakfast with TDN, coming to you with me, Franklin Williams. In case you're just joining us, you can be part of Breakfast with TDN by sending in your comment in the comment section below, or by sending in your text messages on the number showing on your screen. We continue with our program this morning, and we've seen we are in the Providence International School, and the International School will contest in the national debate final. And we now take the news for that particular story there. And we've seen we are in, after weeks of rigorous debate and intellectual sparring, the Chosen Generation Sierra Leone CGSL National Debating Championship for Girls 2023 has finally reached its climatic moment. And the finalists have emerged from a field of talented competitors, demonstrating exceptional skills, knowledge, and unwavering determination. The stage is set for an epic showdown between the International School Limited and Providence International High School in the highly anticipated championship final. The road to the finals has been paved with heated debate, critical thinking, and remarkable displays of eloquence. Both schools have faced tough and well-structured opponents, showcasing their abilities to craft compelling arguments, counter opposing viewpoints, and captivate audiences with their persuasive speaking. Meanwhile, the organizers of the debate competition will communicate the time and venue. That was the short notice of the CGSL, which is the Chosen Generals Sierra Leone. Have organized debate competition among the school-going pupils, and we've seen we are in 2 schools have qualified for the finals. And these 2 schools are renowned schools in Sierra Leone, the likes of the Providence International School and the International School, which is located at Jomo Kenyatta. And also, these 2 schools we locked on for in the final to see who will emerge victorious in the choosing generation Sierra Leone debate. And the date and venue will be disclosed to people out there. Just stay tuned to TDN Africa Media and we'll bring you this particular information as we move along in our subsequent programs. And also moving as we head closer to the elections, we've seen we are in supporters of these political parties has been defecting to either of the 2 major political parties. And we've seen we are in the former PMDC chairman has defected to the ruling party, SLPP. And people, Sierra Leoneans out there are wondering why there has been massive defection to these 2 political parties. They are the 2 main political parties in the country, and we don't know the reasons for the defection of these politicians to either of the APC or the SLPP party. But when they are being interviewed, they give out their reasons, and Sierra Leoneans are saying that maybe they wanted to explore themselves somewhere before going to their actual destination. But we now look at this particular story of the former chairman of the People's Democratic Movement. On Sunday, May 28, 2023, Bamidele Thompson, the former chairman of the People's Movement for Democratic Change, PMDC party, along with other PMDC parties, made an announcement declaring their allegiance to the ruling Sierra Leone People's Party. The declaration event occurred at the former Special Courts compound where prominent former PMDC officials publicly expressed their intention to leave the party in favor of the SLPP. In an interview, Mr. Thompson, the former PMDC chairman, stated that the decision to switch to the SLPP was long overdue, given the positive impact President Bill has had on Sierra Leoneans over the past 5 years. He emphasized that the alleged mismanagement of the country's resources during the 11-year reign of the All People's Congress should prevent them from ruling again. Mr. Thompson argued that the current difficulties faced by Sierra Leoneans are a consequence of the purported corrupt practices and mismanagement that occurred between 2007 and 2018 under the APC government. As a believer in transparency and accountability, he cited the findings and recommendations of the 2018 Commission of Inquiry, which implicated several APC officials in corruption. Mr. Thompson, as a senior citizen, declared that he could not associate himself with politicians who he believed had hindered Sierra Leone's progress. Thus, he considered the decision to join the SLPP both timely and impactful. He further stated that the PMDC, along with its flag bearer, Charles Francis Magai, who recently declared for the APC, had effectively ceased to exist. Acknowledging the challenges faced by third force parties such as the PMDC and NGC in their initial attempts to rule Sierra Leone, Mr. Thompson expressed doubt about their prospects. Consequently, he deemed it necessary to align with the SLPP, a party that has held a special place in his heart for some time. He described his relationship with SLPP officials as cordial, even before making the switch, expressing confidence in the party's ability to to endure. Mr. Thompson emphasized its commitment to actively support President Bill's re-election on June 24th by highlighting the accomplishment of the president's first term, as well as the transformative plans and commitments he has made for Sierra Leone's future. That was Mr. Thompson. They are talking about is this defection to the Sierra Leone People's Party, and he highlighted his reasons for defecting to the Sierra Leone's People's Party. And talking about defection, we've seen several people defecting, but as we move closer to the June 24th election, because we have about 3 weeks now, 3 weeks now towards the elections, and people have been defecting, and this has made Sierra Leoneans wondering, are these politicians really serious about committing themselves to Sierra Leone? Because people are saying that they are not stable in terms of them sticking to their political party or trying to make a change. They are moving from one political party to another. But we are waiting to see what these politicians who have defected to these political parties have to offer. And before we come to a particular event of these two political parties, we'd like to take a short break. When we come back, we'll play you 2 videos regarding the SLPP and the APC in the Kailaun district. But we'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll continue with the program Breakfast.
Now the time we for better, we country, we for come together as a family, live in peace and harmony. So during this election, that's not an option. During this election, we don't want to tie by division. All we want for see, vote without violence. Vote in peace. Vote without violence. Till the end they say, vote without violence. Vote in peace. Vote without violence. Till the end they say, all we want for see, vote without violence. All we want for sin, all we want for sin. Till the end they say, all we want for sin. All we want for sin, all we want for sin. Now the time we for better, we country, we for come together as a family, live in peace and harmony. So during this election, that's not an option. During this election, we don't want to tie by division. All we want for see, vote without violence. Vote in peace. Vote without violence. Till the end they say, vote without violence.
Welcome back. This is the Breakfast Show. In case you're just joining us, you can send in your comments in the comment section below, or by sending in your text messages on the number showing on your screen. As the June 24 general election draw closer, we've seen the political parties campaigning, and the 2 main political parties in Sierra Leone has been actively campaigning in the Kailaun district and also regional district in the country. We would like to play you 2 videos, and we would like you to watch these 2 videos, and when we come back, I will give you analysis of these particular videos you've watched, and also we would like to appreciate our reporters in the regional district for sending us these particular videos. Let's take the first video from the All People's Congress Party. we are at their campaign in the Kailaun district, and let's see what happened in the Kailaun district with regards to the All People's Congress Party. And immediately after that, I'll come in again and we'll take in the Sierra Leone People's Party campaign in the Kailaun district. Let's have a watch with the first video.
Hello and welcome to TDN Africa Media. And of course, I'm Kenema Kamara. As we always see from the Barry, as you see presently, in All People's Congress, that are the APC party, in the second day of the campaign inside Kailaun district. But the way we start the campaign today, then come na Kistitongi, and we say we do town, and presently we did today. Now they get for start the young campaign today. Say now they get for start for the campaign. From here, they get for go na Kwendu when inside the Kisiten Chudon inside Kailaun district. As soon as all this year, I get for control for giving the subsequent as the regional chair also serving today and other delegates and so far for they can preach the message and give people them.
God bless you. Hold on, get us so now for God together now. And also for APC also, when I don't say the Lord's Prayer.
In the struggles of APC, there is victory. There is victory for us. There is victory for us. In the struggles of APC, there is victory for us. For us, for us. Struggles of APC, there is victory. APC, APC,
Plenty thank you, and also my brother who double as the district organizing secretary of the parties to be Mansari, plenty thank you. And I'm not going to also tell Newa and thank you and left the people of Kisitongi. Plenty thank you for what you don't see today. That don't tell me say APC get live. Na Kisitongi and APC they come back na power. Love clap for yourself. The people them. Let nobody not fool me. APC don't win this election. All the features when it is proved to we say we don't win the election, we don't see them and we don't go through all. That is the message of people who bring to us today. I tell you that thank you for coming for this occasion. We not go waste no time. I will call upon the market woman there for making them give me welcome ideas. They say now you for welcome me, now you for giving me your place. I don't know because the market gave me a winner or you roll in the APC. Can't give you welcome address, yeah?
Oh yes.
That was the All People's Congress Party. They are in the Kailaun district, where they are their campaign in the Kailaun district, because you just saw people we are on the streets dancing and jubilating, giving their support towards the APC party. And I would like to stop here for now and let's take a watch with another video, and this time around it's from the SLPP in the Kailaun district. And after that, we'll come back to do a comprehensive analysis. Stay tuned.
move, within the chairman they do currently on his PF course, they work towards the party office. Really interesting here this evening. Well impressive, as you can see. And of course, the public figure, the chairman, Gosujusu Chaka Gobe, Chucky for the Serra People's Party. And of course, he has been called as the president's son. And of course, at the back, the entourage way, the CDN, the women, and some of the situation here this evening, as it stands now.
Welcome back. That was the video you just watched was the campaign of the Sierra Leone's People Party there in the Kailaun district. The Kailaun district is believed to be one of the strongholds of the ruling party, which is the SLPP party, and as well it's the APC party had their campaign in the Kailaun district, and there was massive people on the street dancing for the APC. Like it went on peacefully because both parties had their campaigns without any casualty or saying that without any thing that would disrupt the peace. They were in jubilant mood, celebrating, enjoying themselves. This is how we want it to be, and this is how it should be. It should continue in other regional districts, because in 3 or 4 weeks' time, in 3 weeks' time we'll have the general elections, and we've seen campaigns has been ongoing, and these two major political parties are trying very hard to see how best they can convince people to vote for them, and also to try and get their supporters in that manner wherein they will vote at all costs come June 24th, because it will be on a Saturday, and you know it will be very difficult for people to move from one end to the other, because there will be no form of vehicular transport to transport people from one end to the other. But as we move along, we don't know what the ECSL will provide or what the necessary body that is concerned with the movement of people will provide with regards to that, because we have people that are residing at Lumley, and they registered at the east end of Freetown, and some people are residing at the east end of Freetown, registered at Godrich, Lumley, and the like. And maybe they will have to provide them with transportation for that particular day to transport them to and fro, because after that, on that day, we will not see people, a lot of movement, because we'll have security which will be stationed along the city and also in some certain provincial areas, just to maintain the peace and ensuring people are well behaved and the like. And we people have been asking whether there will be coverage of the elections, because immediately after they have voted, they will go home and glue to their media, and they want to see or hear any information with regards to elections. And the TDM team will be out on elections day to gather reports and also opinions, and also to see how people are conducting themselves in this particular election, and to see how the electioneering process will be conducted. We have important places in the capital. We'll have a reporter station in these places to give reports of what has been happening and how the election hearing process will be done. Because at around 7 o'clock, people will be out there ready in the queue, ready to vote, and we'll also bring you the opinions of people. And immediately after they voted, we'll also bring you their comments and what they think like or feel like. And the TDN team will make provision for that, to bring you reports and information regarding the elections, because we'll have a direct coverage regarding this particular election. We've also started the current event, which brings you things that has been happening in Sierra Leone with regards to elections, and it's presently one of its kind and first of its kind in Sierra Leone, if I could say, because you've not been seeing it in other media houses. We've started it for like weeks now, and we're bringing you live reports and events on how people are gearing towards the election, how the market women, the laborers, the politicians, the bike riders, the motor vehicle drivers, and the like. So people of all walks of life have been giving their opinions, and also campaign stores as well will bring you reports with regards to that. And one way people have been asking, and also they have been saying that they have given their assurances with regards to the particular election, saying they will conduct themselves well, because they've received massive peace messages and also sensitization about how to conduct themselves. And also there has been reports of the proportional representation system, which is the PR system, and we've seen lots of sensitization and being done there with regards to that particular system, because when it first broke out, people did not know about this particular system, and they have been questioning, and some people even do not know that they were saying that we are not going to vote for the mayor in this particular election because we have a new PR system. But that's not the way it works. And the PR system is for parliamentarians, and did not mention any form of mayoral position. And the PR system has had a lot of debates, and it is a legitimate system as it is enshrined in our constitution, the Constitution of Sierra Leone 1991, Act number 6, 1991, and Section 38 of the Constitution of Sierra Leone stated that we should have a block system which people would like to, which Sierra Leonean will use, and it is enshrined in that particular constitution. And we move along, we have different programs which are coming on which are coming up, like the Salon Talk immediately after this. It's also a news and current affairs program, which comes up every day, 10 to 11 a.m. And we've looked at stories this morning, important stories like the APC, as APC calls on citizens in Kenema not to vote on regional tribal lines. And we know that the Kenema district is one of the strongholds of the ruling party, and the APC are saying they should not vote based on tribal lines. And they are their campaign in the Kenema district as well. And we also have reports of the NGC party where there has been several resignations in the NGC party, and people have been saying that the NGC party is now extinct. And they have been accusing the founder of the NGC party, who is Dr. Kandel Yunkela, of not having the party at heart, and also has not been working in the best interest of the party. And he, together with the second in command in the NGC party and also the Secretary General, are the only people benefiting from this particular alliance with the SLPP. We've also brought you the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone, wherein they've targeted 91,000 staff to work in the forthcoming election, which is the June 24th election. And we've also brought you a particular story with regards to national school debate, wherein the Providence School and the International School has qualified for the finals. And the date and venue for the finals has not been published. But as soon as they have been published, we'll bring the date and the venue for that particular program, which is being organized by the CGSL, which is the Coal Generation Sierra Leone. And also, we brought you a story regarding the former PMDC, which is the People's Movement for Democratic Change Party, has defected to the ruling party, which is the Sierra Leone People's Party. And this, we've also played you two particular videos from the APC and the SLPP, which you just watched. They are campaigning in the Kenema district. It has been a blessed morning with you all, and we would like to draw the curtains down of today's program. Join us again in another edition of the breakfast program, which comes to you from the TDN. And we immediately after this particular breakfast show, we have the Salon Talk program, which comes at around 10 a.m. It's an hour program, and it brings you news and current affairs program. And it's a news and current affairs program as well. And you will have elections updates in that particular program, because we now have we have now 3 weeks towards the elections, and we will bring you coverage of the election. Until then, I've been your presenter, Franklin Williams. Bye-bye.
Now not the time we for better, we country, we for come together as a family, live in peace and harmony. So during this election, that's not to option. During this election, we don't want no tribal division. All we want for see, vote without violence. Vote in peace. Vote without violence. Till the end they say, vote without violence. Vote in peace. Vote without violence. Till the end they say, all we want for see, vote without violence. All we want for sin, all we want for sin. Till the end they say, all we want for sin. All we want for sin, all we want for sin. not the time we for better, we country, we for come together as a family, live in peace and harmony. So during this election, Feds not to option. During this election, we don't want no tribal division. All we want for see, vote without violence. Vote in peace. Vote without violence. Till the end they say, vote without violence. Vote in peace. Vote without violence. Till the end they say, all we want for see. Vote without violence. All we want for sin, all we want for sin. Till the end they say, all we want for sin. All we want for sin, all we want for sin. Now not the time we for better, we country, we for come together as a family, live in peace and harmony. So during this election, Feds not to option. During this election, we don't want no tribal division. All we want for